Guys, my name is Rayan, and today we're going to be going over reinforcement and punishment. A reinforcer is any event that strengthens a preceding response. This could mean many things, such as food, money, or even a praise of attention. Reinforcers vary with circumstances because what may be desirable to you may not be desirable to the next person. Now, there are two types of reinforcement: positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. Positive reinforcement strengthens a response by showing a pleasurable stimulus after a response. On the flip side, negative reinforcement strengthens a response by reducing or removing something that is undesirable. Another relevant term is an aversive stimulus. It is when an unpleasant event is performed to decrease the chance of a behavior when it is presented as a consequence. An example of positive reinforcement could be a boss offering a raise to an employee if they perform exceptionally on a project. An example of negative reinforcement would be Jay cleaning his room to stop his mom from yelling at him. In this situation, the behavior is Jay cleaning his room and the aversive stimulus would be his mom yelling at him. So to put it in simple terms, positive reinforcement adds a desirable stimulus and negative reinforcement removes an aversive stimulus. There are also primary and secondary reinforcers. A primary reinforcer is a stimulus that satisfies a biological need, such as food or water. A secondary reinforcer is not a biological need, but a need that we are conditioned to have, such as money, good school grades, or other luxuries. Secondary reinforcers are also referred to as conditioned reinforcers. There are 6 different schedules of reinforcement. The first one is continuous reinforcement. This is when the desired response is reinforced every single time it occurs, but this is rarely seen in real life situations. The next one is partial or intermittent reinforcement, and this is when the response is sometimes reinforced but sometimes not, and this produces a greater resistance to extinction. The next one would be fixed ratio schedules, and this is when a behavior is reinforced after a set number of responses. For example, this could be going to a gas station and buying 10 drinks and then you get your 10th one free. After that, we have variable ratio schedules, and this is when reinforcement is provided after an unpredictable number of responses. An example of this could be gambling. Next, we have fixed interval schedules, and this is when the response is reinforced after a fixed time period. The next one is variable interval schedules. This is when the first response is reinforced after varying time intervals, but this produces a slow response. Well, these are all types of reinforcement to increase the desired behavior, but punishment is made to decrease a certain behavior. Punishment is essentially the opposite of reinforcement. A punisher is a consequence that is given to lower the chance of the behavior being exhibited again. The example that I will be using for punishment is a cat scratching a door. The punishment in this case is spraying the cat with a water spray bottle. And there are 4 important things to know about punishment. Number 1, punished behavior is suppressed but not forgotten. So the cat won't forget how to scratch the door, but will only do it much less because it knows the consequence when it does scratch the door. Number 2, punishment can create fear. And for example, the cat can become afraid of the water bottle or even the person who is spraying the cat. This fear can affect other behaviors the cat regularly does because it would fear that it would get sprayed again. Number 3, punishment actually teaches discrimination. So the cat might feel like it's okay to scratch the door inside the house, but might feel like it's okay to do it if it's taken to a friend's house or if it's scratching an outside door. Number 4, physical punishment may increase aggressiveness by modeling aggression as a way to cope with problems. For example, the cat being sprayed over and over again could cause the cat to attack or get as aggressive and scratch people it comes in contact with. So in simpler terms, positive punishment administers an aversive stimulus and negative punishment withdraws a desirable